Welcome to another episode of the Posh Sessions. I am your host, Posh. I'm back in the studio with the greatest audio engineer in the whole motherfucking world, Mr. Lemy Currey. And of course, the man behind the scenes who knows all my angles, Photos by Lex. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can tell that y'all really enjoyed the last episode, despite all the fuckery and the lying that went on. So with that said, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a 5-star review for your girl for the Posh Sessions podcast. And we're going to jump right into our sponsors. So, of course, we have Novelty at 101, located in the Thornton Park district of downtown Orlando. Make sure that you check them out if you're looking to do something away from the downtown scene. You're looking for a nice little lounge. Check out Novelty. Let them know that Posh sent you. We also have my girl, Enhanced Aesthetic by Kiara. Of course, she has a new location now. If you guys don't know this yet, she's now located at 1718 Sandlake Road, Suite C106, Orlando, Florida. Make sure that you book her and you let her know that Posh sent you. Y'all also know we have Fresh Feel by Cat. You guys know how I feel about pussy maintenance, especially after the last episode and niggas saying that y'all pussies be stink sometimes. So make sure that you go check her out. She's located at 2108 East Osceola Parkway in Kissimmee. Check her out for waxing, vajacials, and your yoni steam. Make sure that you let her know that Posh sent you. We have Martian Noir by my sis, Naija. Happy birthday. It's Leo season officially around here. Make sure that when you shop with her, you use discount code POSH10. And her website is martiannoir.shop. She has the most amazing candles. She has body scrubs, body butters. The body scrubs, she actually has a new formula out, and it's amazing. I cannot wait for my nigga to feel on me. So make sure you check her out, martiannoir.shop, discount code POSH10. And finally, check out your girl's business, Posh Rentals. I have 2 automatic Slingshots on there on Turo. I also have my van. It's a Dodge Caravan for larger families. The Benz is gone, you guys. The Benz is gone, and I don't know how I feel about putting another Benz on this motherfucker. So for now, we got 2 Slingshots in the van. The link is in my bio. It's on Turo. Check it out, Posh Rentals. And finally, we're going to get a little bit to the fucking good stuff here, because I'm super excited about this episode. I'm even more excited at the guest that's coming on this episode. It's a little bit of a bittersweet episode, but nonetheless, I feel like it's an important conversation to have. When it comes, to me, I've always been very open about telling you guys about myself, my history, my upbringing, all that fun stuff. And if you guys recall, when I did the episode with H, we had kind of touched on the subject, but I feel like I wanted to do an episode with someone that can really tell their story on what it is to be addicted to opiates. It's something that it swept. I feel like it just came out of nowhere. Like, it just feels like fucking crack in the 80s, but now it's this. And it's not something that really gets talked about, I feel like, nearly as enough. And more importantly, I feel like it wasn't until it started affecting the average person, the average family, that some sort of awareness has came out of this. So if you guys recall back in that episode, I had spoken about how basically in Amboy, but there's been other areas of Jersey and also New York that that the feds started doing sweeps because there were so many people ODing and, not making it. And such it was just happening so much that they actually, made this a topic of investigation. Everybody, I feel like nowadays when I speak about certain things, when I speak about Percocets, when I talk about fentanyl, when people in general talk about fentanyl, it feels like somebody always knows somebody that's battling with this sort of an addiction. It's unfortunate that I have to say that also in my family, it's something that as a family we're dealing with because we have a family member who's also fell into this type of opiate addiction. So it's a personal episode for me. And I felt like I needed to bring somebody on here that was able to do this episode justice. So with that said, I have a very special guest joining me today. I'm super excited to hear what he has to say, to hear him speak. And honestly, I am honored to be able to capture your story. So, repping the BX, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We not Florida yet. I just got here. Take it easy.
Repping the BX. If you guys don't recognize this voice, we got Loopy the Blogger.
In the building.
In the building. Born and raised in the BX or what's up?
No, I was born and raised in the Bronx. Lived there my whole life. I never lived in Harlem. I never lived in the Heights. I never lived on 12-7 and Post. But I used to be everywhere, but I never lived there. I grew up on Gun Hill in the north.
Yes.
You know, pretty cool upbringing.
Pretty cool upbringing.
Hell. Yeah, pause hell. But growing up in the hood, like back in the days, we didn't have cell phones and Wi-Fi and all that shit. So people play Scalzi, two-hand touch football, boxes, basketball, right in front of the building.
Right.
That was the normal.
Right.
And then the phones came, and it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Nobody wants to be outside no more. And if they are,
that shit is fucking crazy. Like how times have changed. And we're not even that fucking old either. That's the crazy part. Like in a matter of like just a couple decades, shit has really changed.
Only like what? Like what? Like I say probably like 25 years, last 20 years.
I wouldn't say 25 because that makes me really old. I would say like I would say like less than 2 decades. I would say 10 to 20 years, something along those lines. My grandmother.
Go ahead.
Grandmother. No, you're good. My grandmother used to live on Poston Academy, so I was outside playing in the fire hydrants. They didn't like it because I was a girl and shit. You're supposed to be inside with the adults and let the boys be outside. But I always wanted to be in the mix. So.
No, I hear you, man. We always like that.
There was nothing to do inside. Like
we the last of that kind, yo.
We really are.
There don't be nobody outside. All the kids be on the computer or fucking when stealing Wi-Fi from the neighbor with an iPhone that's broken or Android that's broken that's not even connected. Everybody's online with it.
That's
everybody
crazy.
Got best friends and a lot of people's meeting their wives through all these freaky Tinder, fucking even Twitter. Niggas be like, yo, this is like Twitter's boyfriend thread.
Niggas be hooking up on Twitter for real. Well, I mean, in all the platforms, but I always enjoy a good hookup story on Twitter only because I love the drama that comes after that.
The threads be crazy.
The threads be crazy when shit goes left. Niggas be really putting themselves on blast, posting receipts, and it's like, whoa.
Yo.
Y'all really out here fucking.
So I remember like back in the days, like I would catch, and it's part of my friends, I would catch hard-ons in the club. You know why, right? Because you could dance those days.
Right.
Nobody's dancing no more. Everybody's making a movie on the phone.
Right.
They in the section with the ballers.
In the section with
the ballers. The ballers already stole everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of niggas dancing around with bottles they didn't pay for. So, and then everybody's on the phone. Nobody even... There's no love out there no more. Back in the day, you could go to the fucking discoteca and find you a woman who can make a nice plate of rice and beans, and y'all be good for years.
Those recipes are lost, baby.
Yeah. Shouts to mommy, man.
Yo, dead ass. We're losing recipes.
Now it's like, yo, good luck. You got to get into. Y'all got to find each other online avenue somewhere, and then y'all come out and present yourself. And she want to see what you want to do. Like, where we going?
Right.
Okay. Like niggas want to see how you got to be mature. You got to be a gentleman. If you out here shooting your shot to the ladies, vice versa, you got to be ready to man up or woman up or boss up.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people, and not to jump on subject on it, I feel like a lot of people's waiting for God to come down
and point them out.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
You got to go out there and get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shouts to all your sponsors. You on your bullshit. Like you out here. I respect it. That's real, man.
So you touched a little bit on what it was like growing up. So you have any brothers, sisters? Like, what was that dynamic like in the house?
Yeah, yo, that shit was crazy. At first, growing up, the first apartment, it was 6 of us in the apartment. My mom had 5 kids. She was out here throwing it bang, girl.
Stop.
She was loving her Dominican fellas.
Yo.
So it was 5 of us, and we lived in a 1-bedroom. We made it work, and then we finally stepped our game up, and we went to a 2-bedroom right across the hall, and we lived in that building. I lived in that building probably till like I was like 19, 20.
Damn.
And
so your whole life.
Well, yeah, before, you know what I mean? Then another 20 went by, like 18, 17. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, she left. Then she left when I was like 17. She left the PR. And I was like, yo, I love black people too much to just move out there. I was like, I have to see black people. But now you tell me, yo, we out to PR, nigga, I'm out of here. No, it's not even worth it. I stood for no reason, my nigga. Nobody loves nobody here. Fuck out of here.
Yo.
But I stood and I ended up having my own apartment. My pops came through and we just had fun. And she stood out there and she was in PR. All my little brothers and sisters grew up. But I got a young little brother. He's like probably like 35. Nigga's a hunk. Great credit. Got like 3 jobs. He's doing his thing. He got his own crib. My 3 sisters, they all moms and they all doing well. One lives in Brooklyn and 2 of them live in Florida.
That's what's up. So you have family out here too. That's good.
Oh, absolutely. None of my family was on that fiend shit. None of that junkie shit. If anything, my father was he was the knucklehead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up. But my mom's was straight. She'll have her little Heinekens here and there, throw some in the fucking chuletas, the little juice. And that was the most, like, I never seen my mom doing no crazy shit in the crib.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
So how did you, Mr. Popular, how did you become Loopy the Blogger? Like, how did you get that name?
Well, I'm a huge Max B fan.
Shout out to Max B. They gotta let that man out. Like, come on, man.
Bigger like I was in love with him. Like that was my guy. I'm sorry. You can edit that. You can't even say that anymore. They're gonna be like, oh my God.
Right.
Edit that. Yeah, but yeah, that was my guy, you know, and I was like, and right in that era, I was feeling like, yo, you know what? I could carry this name because I was always in the loop. I was always good, smelling good.
Wavy,
I was
baby.
a little ahead of my time. And that was before a lot of I think Twitter was probably rocking it because I was on Twitter in 09.
Yo, Twitter in 09 was a very crazy place. It was the
Those
wild,
were the days.
wild
Those were the days.
West.
Those were the days.
Like,
so look, so what you just asked me, like, how did it happen, right? Like the name, like the name, right? So I was like, you know what? I used to call myself Prince Lighty when I used to sell bud back in the days in the hood delivery.
Gotcha.
And everybody knew me as Lighty. And then I stopped all that shit. I had a seizure behind the wheel. I lost my license for 5 years. I lost my license for 5 years. So I just started fucking with Twitter like in 09, 08. And I fell in love with that shit. Some porn star joint, which was a good friend of ours, Candace Vaughn from the Bronx. She was like, yo, she called me like if she gave birth. She's like, yo, I found something for you, bro. I think it'll be amazing for you. She's telling me this in 2007, 8, my nigga.
Right.
And she's like, yo, yeah, bro. She's like, yo, go fuck with it. Download. It's called Twitter. And I always kept it there. And I really didn't get it. And then I'm just fucking with it. And then I'm seeing a lot of people starting to fuck with it. So I see mad niggas from the hood fucking with it. And shit just got super lit. And these were the days you can be a monster online.
Right. There was no censorship. Like you could say whatever.
They weren't banning you. Nigga, these days were crazy, bro.
You just had to be there. These niggas will never know.
Never. And we'll never get that back. So it just started from there. I was a little reckless with the mouth. I always knew, like I said, I was in the Bronx. Yeah. But I always got around. I went to Kennedy High School. That shit was filled with mad Dominicans and Morenos from Harlem. So I started meeting people. I got cool mad niggas in Kingsbridge. Like I was already outside, like playing around. You know what I'm saying? I mean Kingsbridge in the Bronx.
Oh, Kingsbridge. I thought you said
feel me? But shout out to Queensbridge.
Shout out to Queensbridge too, though. Fuck it.
Absolutely. I probably got like 2 or 3 followers from over there.
I'm sure you got a lot more than that shit. Them niggas is deep out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So that shit it turned up, yo. And then I started fucking with the Instagram. And then I noticed back in the days, it was like probably like 2012, before the videos. Right. I think I posted a crazy picture in the bathroom. Like, and it wasn't even crazy. It was just a nigga taking a poop.
Yo, I was going to say, was it you taking a shit? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was like literally doing the number 2. I'm like, yo, whatever. Because those days, like Instagram was crazy, but the censorship wasn't that deep
Wasn't yet. What it is, what it is now.
Yeah, but they will take shit down. So you just got to do it accordingly. So that shit ended up going viral. Mass celebrities started doing it. Then even before that, I did a couple of rant videos. I did a video called "Fuck You Hookah Horse." That shit went viral on Twitter.
What is it with you and the hookah?
No, that was young. That was young though. I was enraged. I was working in my dad's store like a slave. He wasn't paying me. Like all you see is the same shit on Twitter. Russ posting parties, then his little troops, the little Dominicans, bartenders. Like it was just.
You're like, nah, fuck y'all.
Me crazy. Fuck all you whores. Because I was like, yo, this is a scam. They like literally before everything.
What a scam.
I'm thinking we all cool. They're like, yo, meet me at the bar. So you go to the bar and it's like, yo, you're just getting ripped off. I'm like, dude, you told me to meet you at the bar. I thought we was hanging out until I got older, and that's not gentleman.
You gotta go realize to the bar. That you gotta go and spend.
Dog. Yeah, nigga.
We ain't hanging out like that.
So me being off point drove me to rage, and I used to rant my nigga crazy, bro. And I got super lit off that shit. I met a couple of people. I interacted with Diddy, A$AP Rocky. Then I did another rant video about the Knicks, and that shit took off.
Yeah.
Vice hit me up. I met Eddie Chung. I was so hot right there that they bring the Dominican kid, Mero, or the Dominican one. Mm-hmm. They bring him to my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
Oh, because they're from the Bronx too.
Yeah, because I'm in the Bronx. So I didn't know him at the time. So I was like, yo, what's up, man? Everything all love. Like, I'm always showing love, you know? It's all love. Maybe we could have helped each other type shit. So, right. And you see, that nigga went on to do good things. Great got a Jewish wife, my nigga. You feel me? So he's outside, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's outside. So I always stood in the mix, you know? Even in high school, bro. Yeah. I was always that little Latino hanging with the Dominicans and the blacks.
That shit is crazy, too. Like how, I mean, you see that here in Florida too, but like for me, I think it was a weird transition because I moved out here when I was 21. So it was like I grew up around certain people and I've gone to see them do great things, but I wasn't necessarily like in the mix because I moved already. So it was like I got to see the shit from like afar. But that one thing I will say, like, yo, we stick together. Like anybody that's like from New York, Jersey, Connecticut, like the tri-state area, like we all
absolutely.
really
as
like
we should.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a beautiful thing to see. And I really
on the low, not to cut you off, right? But we'll get into that. Because I wanted to finish something. And then the videos was born on IG.
Yeah.
The 15-second joints, and it was over, man. Niggas was hating crazy. They was hating crazy. I would make a new page. They'll delete that shit at 10K. I'll make a new page. The next day, that shit will be on 23K, 33K. And then it kept growing. Then I got mad notoriety. And then everybody started doing it, my nigga. Everybody started doing it. So I was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Rock out. But on the low, I started getting jealous because I started making so much money and I started getting high. And instead of keeping myself busy and putting out content, I wasn't doing that. I would get on Instagram, lash out, harass everybody. I lost so much friends. World Star ended up sending me to hell. Them niggas used to fuck with me heavy. They used to fuck with me heavy, my nigga.
It's a bad day when World Star don't want you around because them niggas.
Yeah, and they love rowdy people.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I was like, yo, you guys are pieces of shit, man. I was in a dark place and you know what I'm saying? All I had to do was get right and focus on myself for a while, and all that shit would have came right back, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was gone, bro. Yeah. I was gone. And it was just like my vibe was off, my nigga. Everything was, yo, fuck this nigga, fuck that nigga's a copycat, that nigga's a copycat. Even though a lot of it was true, but who cares?
Right.
They took the sauce and put 100 on it. And now look at niggas. A lot of niggas is eating, a lot of niggas is doing good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas is rubbing hands with a lot of the people I rub hands with when I had my opportunity. And instead of taking advantage of it, I lacked. But I'm not mad, you know? Because at the end of the day, I'm alive.
Though, like that, but it takes a lot. Like for me, like people, you know, like me trying to build my brand and having my podcast and shit. I hate posting. I hate creating content. I have so much shit I do in my day. Like that is a job. I don't think people realize like how much effort that shit does take, especially nowadays. You got reels, you got to edit the shit, the lighting, can filter, can this and that, adding audio. It's like, goddamn.
Yo. That's when I started getting pissed off when niggas' videos was coming out mad crazy in the comedy. I'm like, yo, because I was on some raw dog shit, ranting. Right. Like even before skits, I was super lit. DK, I was lit before the videos and all that shit on the gram. Mm-hmm. My shit was Twitter. We took off on Twitter.
Right.
And then YouTube. We was killing YouTube. The haters even deleted my channel. You know what I'm saying? And
why you think you got so much hate though? Like, because you really did have a lot of support. So where do you think that hate came from?
A lot of it comes from, you know, from like our kind of people because they mad, they miserable. A lot of people won't agree with the funny shit you do or whatever. They be like, yo, and a lot of people be jealous and envidia, my nigga. Yeah. They be like, yo, my nigga, you know how many times I've been around with niggas with money, my nigga, when I was pop, nigga, and I ran up in the spot and I just shut it down my energy. When I was driving to Florida, I made sure I took some shit with me just so I can make it for the ride, so I don't have a seizure on the way. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep me right, bruh. By the time I woke up the next morning, because we pulled over like in VA, nigga had like 4 yellows left, nigga. I took all them shits. I was a savage, and them shits didn't do nothing to me. Once we left Virginia, bang, I'm good. Pulled over in a rest stop, smoked. Then once we hit Georgia, good. Then once we get into Florida, it was fucking over, my nigga. Tiene un maldito frío. I was hot. I was cold. My knees were hurting. My back was in my ass. I was already, my stomach was feeling gassy. And that shit was like, I don't even know. What was that, my like 3-4 hours? From coming from Atlanta, that's just like 6-7 hours.
6-7 hours, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I was going through it and we made it. I know for some reason, for sure, I got something watching over me. Because I could have been dead, dude.
What made you start using? Dead. Do you remember like what happened? No, what led to that?
Look, so growing up, I never smoked, never drunk, never did nothing until my mom left to PR. When I was like 18, I started smoking weed. I started drinking a little bit, but it was nothing crazy. You feel me? Nothing crazy. So we keep doing that shit for years, whatever. And then my little man's just telling me for a while, like, yo, you need to take one of these pills. You need to take one. These shits is amazing. And I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm good. Them shits is corny, nigga. And this is before anybody even knew about them or knew what they could do to people. And I was already saying, nah, them shits is trash. I'm good. And I wasn't even downplaying it. I didn't even know it was an opiate. I didn't know nothing. That just wasn't my wave.
Right.
Until the same little nigga came one day. And I fucking took it, my nigga. And bruh, when I tell you I took that shit, I went home because I had to put the fan up or whatever. We was living in the PJs at the time. I was paying like $600 rent, my nigga, killing them. So that's another story for another day. Yo, but so while I'm putting this fan together, little bullshit $50 fan.
Te dio.
Yo, it's hitting me, my nigga. And my nose, the drips is coming out. And I never felt this feeling in my life. And I'm itching my fucking nose. And I'm scratching my forehead. And I'm scratching my fucking shoulder.
That's just
my
crazy.
nigga, the best feeling in the fucking world. Yo, that's how disgusting it is. The best feeling in the world, right? So, like, I fell in love on sight. But it was nothing that I ever started fucking with heavy. You know what I mean? Like, my doctor,
I respect it.
But listen, look, I got 3 prescriptions from my doctor. You know what I'm saying? On some quick shit. But once he was like, this is the last time I could do it. Once, if you need any more, you got to go to pain management. And them niggas wasn't even giving me what I wanted. I almost caught a case in there, just lashing out for yerks. Word, bro. Because I was already getting addicted, bro. And then after that, it was a wrap. It was
so
a
it
wrap.
was recreational.
Yeah, on some recreational shit, bro.
I mean, I never fucked with that. Like, there's just certain things, like you said, like I'll smoke weed, that's cool. I'll drink, that's cool. I think I tried coke once in my whole life, and once that drip shit hit, I was like, oh, ill. And not to mention that I just felt like, I don't know. I know it's a rich people drug, but something about putting shit up your nose just ain't sit right with me. Like, it looked disgusting, so it wasn't really my wave. But
and
a
that's
pill,
some bullshit though,
it
because I
was
know
like,
mad rich niggas ain't sniffing, my nigga. That's a stereotype, my nigga.
that is the stereotype. But you know, because of the expense or whatever, it's basically like you gotta have bread to be able to afford that.
Nigga, I know niggas that was selling their kids fucking panties, nigga, to buy coke, dude. They where there's a way, there's a will.
Right.
Like motherfuckers is crazy. Because back in the days when I used to live in the Bronx, I used to have a route. I used to kill them, bro. And it was mad dudes from the Bronx, mad little college kids from Sarah Lawrence, kids from Fordham University. We was outside. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I was fucking with the butt at first, but then my brother started acting weird with me, this, that. I ended up fucking getting fired, DK. So then I started my own fucking route and that shit ended up booming. So
you took over?
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it was fun while it lasted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was
like
fun
all
while
good
it lasted.
things that gotta come to an end.
Yeah, that shit. Eventually, niggas would have, with the kids we were serving in college, we would have caught a case if anything would happen to one of those kids, bro.
Right. You
feel me? So that shit all happened for a reason.
So when you started using, did your circle of friends change? Like, how did your friends and like family, when they start noticing, like how did that start transpiring?
Yeah, well, like when they finally started noticing, a lot of people got distant. A lot of people definitely got distant towards me. Like I said, I lost a lot of friends. Just the way I was lashing out.
Were you losing them because
the way I was acting?
Just with the way you were acting towards them, or like
both?
I mean, like
I think I lost a big sister because of that, because of my actions, man. She haven't talked to nobody in years, man. And I think I could have probably been high. That shit could have all been avoided on my end.
But
you know,
when people started getting distant, how did that make you feel?
It made me feel real bitter, angry. Like I was definitely in a bad place. And you know what's funny?
Well, I lost audio. I don't think it's us. I think maybe it's him. I'm thinking maybe his phone died.
My fault, yeah. That was my fault.
No, you're fine. I figured. I said I think maybe his phone died or something. It's all good.
No. I had my shit charged up, ready for you.
Oh, okay,
what I was doing was I'm trying to roll a spliff, but everything fell apart on me.
So
where were we?
We were talking about your friends and how they distance themselves from you. So I have a question, and this is more of a personal question for myself. So
okay,
my cousin, basically is like the brother I never had growing up. He's the person in our family who's been battling with opioid addiction, like Percocet. And it's gotten to the point where now it's just he's really like gone. At first, because I'm the oldest, I felt like a sense of responsibility. Like I had to be there. I still feel a sense of responsibility. Like I have to be there. I'm there for him to whatever extent I can be. Because one thing that I can speak to is from the family side of things and how, we process what you guys are going through. And, and what you guys are battling, it's very hard because it's like you try to be there for one another. But like for my aunt, who that's her only child, like that lady, it amazes me that she still wakes up, with the will to even fucking live. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been so much crazy shit that happens, when someone is under the influence, and is strung out like the way that they have, that the way that they get, the way that you've put up videos. Like I've looked at your videos and I'm like, my God, how is it that they all look alike? Like though your even like your physical changes, you know what I'm saying? And like everybody has like the same motion to them. It's almost like y'all zombies. Like I'm like, holy fucking
That's
shit.
exactly what it was. Straight zombies.
So,
and you know what's funny? You never asked a question because you said you had a question for me.
So it's like when you say, like your friends distance themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like that was the right thing to do? Do you understand? Or do you feel like, nah, as my friend or as my family, you supposed to stick it out with me too and ride this out?
Well, absolutely. They did the right thing because, you know what's funny? When I really needed them, they was there. They like at the end of the day, like they got their problems of their own. Like a lot of my best friends, they got kids, they got their moms, they live out of town, they got houses in Atlanta, they got apartments in Miami. Like they live in life, they doing good. So it's like, it's but so many times I could lie in their face and tell them, yo, I'm this much clean, yo, I'm doing good. But I hop on Instagram and I'm slurring my words. That shit takes a toll on people.
Right.
It takes a toll. And bro, not until you hit rock bottom and check, you gotta make the initiative. Nobody's gonna hold your hand and take you to rehab. That's not how it works. And if it's happening like that, when that person comes out, he gonna relapse. You gotta be cold. You gotta be cold. You gotta be cold. Because that person that's in there is not the same person you once knew.
Right.
They not popping perks. They popping fentanyl pills.
Yeah. That's
what they popping. They look like perks, but them shits is Fetty pills.
Yeah.
Nobody really getting perks no more. They're not giving them shits out no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you do, you gotta have AIDS, and ain't no AIDS victim selling his perks. That's like what they live for. They're little yerks every month. You know what I'm saying? They good. So all them shits that's out there is straight fake. Fake.
We had here in Orlando, last year we lost, somebody that was very much loved by, everyone here in the city. He was a chef, but I believe that was his issue when somebody sold him a bad pill, and unfortunately he passed away. Like you said it was like a weird feeling, but it was the best feeling.
No, it wasn't weird. It was good. It was good. It wasn't weird at all.
It wasn't weird. Not the itching.
Shooting up. I never shot up.
Okay.
They say it's amazing. Like the people where you hear the interviews, Molly interviews, Nikki Sixx, because I've never done that. You don't come back from like that, like people like me. You know what I'm saying? So they said that feels crazy, but that's weird to me. Like they be getting O's in their arm. That's fucking weird. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
for sure.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, I was not into sniffing pills.
Yeah.
I think that would save my life. I think if I would have been sniffing those pills, mi amor, I would have been like, hold that loco. Let's go get a bag of dope, nigga. They $10 and I'll be good. I hit it once and I'm fucking good for the day, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it starts. The same way that perk started with get two. Let me get two, my nigga, con 10 pesos, te compra dos pepas, and you chilling, my nigga. And then them shits became $17 a pop, the yellows. And you there like a crackhead in the hallway. Like, yo, let me get 8, my nigga. 8:20 in the morning without brushing your teeth. Then you go in the mirror, it's like, what are you doing, bro? But then the other, you don't care. Niggas don't care. So you asked me that question, like, I wasn't mad at them, my nigga. It's all good because when I really needed them, they was there. When I came down and I sat down with one of them, which is my god brother, when I sat down with him and we spoke everything, and it's like I never stole from none of my niggas, nothing. I never ratted on nobody. Like, these is my niggas. I was upset with me because they're like, yo, you got all this God-given talent. You're beautiful with people. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like they threw me to the curb or nothing. I wasn't even mixing no more. Ya yo estaba como muerto. My face was sucked in. I didn't even care about partying, my nigga. My shit, sending people to hell, getting deleted, and just taking pills all day. That's it. That's what I lived for a very long time. A cycle. You know what I'm saying?
When you said you had 2 kids, so this was happening while you already had your kids, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
My daughter was still young. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was still young. And my son's like, yo, I forgive you. Like, you good. Cause it was more the look. You know what I'm saying? I was still heavy involved. You know what I'm saying? I was still heavy involved, but it was more the look. Like, I was letting them down. It was more like I felt like I was letting my son down. And that nigga, he spoke to me. He was like, yeah, we good, bro. He said, yo, bro, I really know you. I know you. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're capable of. He's 15 years old, bro. That's all I needed to hear. And my intent were, once I get here, I never wanted to touch another pill again. And I literally took the 4 last yellows I had, and I took them in Virginia, my nigga.
Yeah.
So ever since I've been in Florida, yo no cogido nada. And I got here August 21st, my nigga, of last year.
Congratulations on your 1 year and your 1 year and a day.
1 day. Yeah, baby.
366.
Yo, let me tell you something, yo. They say, I've been to rehab 5 times, right? And I treated rehab just like high school. All the fucking counselors loved me.
Oh my God.
All the people in the rehab started knowing who I am. They Googling me. They're like, yo, what the fuck? They're like, yo, dude. So I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. We just all hanging out as a vibe. I'm cleaning there. As soon as I get back, I'm in Ohio. I always did treatment in Ohio and Atlanta. But it's like, once I get back to New York, I'm good for like a month or 2. Then I start hearing that voice, yo, una loco, una. And then that one,
it puts you, yeah.
That shit got the engine started. And when I was in rehab, the counselor, one of the ladies that was running the group one day, they was always saying people, places, and things. And I always thought, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna do these 28 days in here. I'm gonna get back to the block. I'm good. I'm fixed. Boot them, my nigga. Every time I relapsed, I went on a longer spree. It took me longer to get back to rehab every time. And every time I relapsed after rehab, I went, yo, bro, that's how I got heavy into the Xanax. And that's when I started having seizures, hitting my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I could have died like 1,000 times, bro. That's why I feel like, that's why I kind of like, one day I finally like came to terms that we leaving. There's going to be a new chapter. I cried in the mirror. I'm like, yo, because I got hit by a drunk driver when I was 22 years old. I was in a coma for a month and a half. I almost died. I'm supposed to be dead. I don't know how I survived. I was in a coma, sleeping, like, it was crazy. And look, I survived that. I survived driving to Florida, like a type withdrawing from New York to Florida, type withdrawing. I have a purpose here. So I finally came to terms and looked in the mirror. I said, yo, God, I'm going to give you me. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be on my turn. I'm not going to.
You start bargaining with God?
Yeah, I'm giving him this little bargain. I'm like, yo, I feel you. I'm not going to let nobody disrespect your name. I'm going to even try to fix my tone, even though it's New York. Oh, yo, demon on my end. Like, word is horrible. And I'm not even with all the conflict. Thinking, yo, this, that. I just don't like the word no more. I feel like I'm growing. I feel like this air it's just like, it's transforming me little by little as I grow here, and I just keep on just moving and elevating, yo. Like, the air here is so pure. I'm in my backyard, my nigga, about to smoke.
Cannot do that in the fucking Bronx.
Yeah, no way. And then I got too big to go to the fire escape. Like, I'm coming out, I'm hitting my back. I'm hitting my... I'm like, I was over for that shit. So, man, so that's another one. Then like the Percocets, they weren't doing anything no more. So that's how I started fucking with the Xannies. And once I met Xanny, I didn't need, like I said, hitting my head, falling, seizures, looking like shit, always looking like a tecato. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. And then people come on Instagram, oh, you fucking pillhead, you fucking crackhead, you fucking dopehead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would say, yo, that shit didn't bother me. But even like I would say it didn't bother me, but it did affect me. I'm like, damn, my nigga, a nigga that was once loved by so many people. What the fuck happened?
They loved you. They still love you. They were just
No, absolutely.
It
You know
was
what I'm
just
saying?
stating the obvious.
And a lot of that should be trolls.
Yeah, that too.
Like, la gente envidia.
That's very true. So when you got to the point, you said your wife has held it down. Like when you talk to her about, like how life once was, like what does she have to say about it? Like what made her want to stick with you? Like, cause that
me and her, we were like 12
Eso es fuerte.
That was my sister's best friend. She used to live on the 4th floor. So it's like me and her were meant to be together. Even though I was a little old at the time, but once she became legal, I snatched that ass right up. Yo, word. Are you legal now, bitch? Holla. I'm going to send for you because she was living in Florida. So I saw her, and me and her just been inseparable ever since.
That's amazing.
And that was my little sister's best friends and all that. Yo, like, we all grew up together.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
So it was really like just love. Like, I want to see you win.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what pushes me every morning just to wake up and do better and build a better routine. Because like if you like I'm sweating right now, you gotta excuse me. It's like this is like Vegas right now. Yo, because she still be weary, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that shit breaks my heart because I made her like that.
Yeah.
And it also makes me bitter because I'm like, yo, I'm doing the right thing, dude.
Right.
She's like, no, you just gave me a flashback, like you being too nice. I'm like, this is me,
that trauma,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, so like I ain't even gonna lie. Like back in the days, I would get mad and I would pop shit, this, that, but I respect it, man. And even though it's hard because I began offended quick, my nigga. I get offended because I know I'm busting my ass and
right to do the right things now.
Yeah, do the right thing. Because you could easily be fucking persuaded to do some dirty shit out here. But it's all about decisions, man. And at the end of the day, anything that's going to get in the way of my kids and my lady and my daughter, my nigga, my daughter, my son, I don't want it, bro. I don't want it.
So it was just one day you just really just making that decision, like, I'm done.
Absolutely. Well, let me tell you something, girl. When I used to get high, I used to have that little I had like 2%, like a dead iPhone. I had a 2% voice. You're still in there, kid. Like the Rocky nigga. Get up, you big pussy, get up. I swear to God. And I always blocked a lot of shit out, and I always heard that nigga, bro. And I told my wife, because me and my wife was looking to move to Cali, but like I took a flight out there, and we out there for a weekend. I was like, oh, hell no, I'm good. Just with the timing and all that threw me off. It was just, the flight was 5 fucking hours. Like, I'm not in coach. I don't got a bunk bed in my seat. Nothing. I'm like it was terrible. Like, and you want me to stop popping who? I was like, nigga, let me get them shits, nigga. Like, how dare you? Like, really? But and then we didn't do Cali. I was like, man, it's not even worth it, bro. That shit is too crazy out there. We good. So we was trying New York, like Pelham, fucking Scarsdale. We didn't get no break. And then we was like, yo, fuck it. One of her best friends by West Palm over here was like, yo, yeah, I should give it a shot out here. Because those were the intentions at a point.
To come to Florida?
I was still closed-minded, like, nah, yo.
What is it that niggas got against Florida? Yeah. Like, I be trying to convince everybody, like, yo, just come out here. And they're like, nah, and everything.
My nigga, that's me. That's me now, though. I'm like, yo, nigga, you gotta come. This shit's like Puerto Rico, my nigga. I love it. I was still like, and it scares me that I can't believe I used to think like that, my nigga. I done ran into mad money. I should have been out here years ago, my nigga.
And you would have been up in this market. Even if you didn't want to, I said that shit like, oh, I literally said that shit the other day to my man. I was like, yo, you see, if you would have bought a house when I told you to fucking buy a house, even if you ain't living it, that's fine. If you would have just did it, nigga, you would have had a nice little flip.
But it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? It breaks my heart, but it also shows me that there's mad opportunity out there.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I just got to wait my turn. Like, you can't, like, motherfuckers be getting sober and they think everything's gonna change in a week. Nah, nigga,
Yo.
you know how much bridges we burned? You know how many people we pissed off? You know how many people we owe money to? Like bills we owe, nigga. Like it's not gonna happen overnight, bro. Like nobody cares, bro. At the end of the day, yeah, you getting clean. Okay, I need my money. I need my money.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? And some people, they lose faith, my nigga. Like, nah, I ain't never gonna be shit, and they keep on. I lost a lot of best friends, my nigga, to that fentanyl shit, to that pill shit. Like, I lost some good friends. So this week, when I had posted that I made the year on Sunday, yesterday, like that shit made my hair stand up because a specific saying kept standing out to me. And it was like, yo, I'm glad you made it out. I'm glad you made it out. And it reminded me of all my friends that I lost that didn't make it out.
Yeah.
Niggas that took bulto pills and all passed away, my nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could have been anybody.
How do you guys feel? Like you mentioned that you went to rehab 5 times.
Yeah.
And you meet people in rehab. You know, I know that like, at least with my cousin, like he keeps in touch with certain, you know what I'm saying, people that he meet. And y'all then find out that person passes away.
Yeah, that shit happened. My last time I went to rehab, I met some cool name dude, Tyrone, I think his name was. Black dude from Detroit. He knew I was from New York because when I first met him, our rooms was on the same floor. So I had the door was open and he came into the crib and he was like, yo, what's good? You know how to play spades? I'm like, hell. And it was over. Me and him became mad cool. That was my guy. He was a little older. He used to work in the Chrysler dealership. Bruh, me and him came out the same day, bro. I come out. He does his thing. He calls me that following Thursday, like, yo, how's home? Everything good? This, that. Bro, nigga died probably 2 days later, bro. Wow. I see everybody talking about him, bro. And I don't be in too deep with niggas and think all this, that. Like, I used to, like, really be crazy and keep up. But I'm like, that's just all that because niggas really don't even care. All the niggas is fake. You know what I'm saying? But me and that nigga had a thing, like, no mo or nothing. Yeah. But and like the vibe was lit. He found because he's like, yo, why the fuck everybody keeps calling this nigga Loopy? Yeah. Because like I knew the owners of this rehab. I was in there on a scholarship for free, 5-star shit. So I'm in there with kids, dudes that get crazy insurance from their job, that the job is paying it. I wasn't in there with no welfare, no Section 8 people, none of that Medicaid shit. No,
they had the real insurance.
It was high class seat in there. Yo. So me and him became cool. And I seen that shit on Facebook. I was like, God damn, my nigga. And I still kept getting high, though. I kept on, like, fuck it.
That's the part, I guess, I just, like, bro, niggas is dropping dead next to you. That doesn't say to you, this could be me?
Some people want that, though. They want that. They feel like they feel like they did too much. They can never come back. Like I got a real good friend I grew up with as a little kid. He's gone. That was my dude too. We used to get busy together. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Me and him get busy together. And unfortunately, he started fucking with that Fetty Wap. And this was a get money nigga, like a fly nigga. Got all the bitches, little brown skin papi chulo nigga. You know what I'm saying? And man, nigga gone, my nigga. That shit broke my heart.
So you feel like they're doing it on purpose, almost like that's it. I don't want to, like.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that and niggas don't want to get sick. That shit sucks your soul, my nigga. There be some people. I was talking to some dude the other day. He's telling me, yeah, he was like, yeah, I seen you made a year, man. That's what's up, man. God bless you, my brother. And then the nigga's like, yeah, I only do 3 a day.
What?
I'm like, yo. He's like, yo, but what I don't like about them shits is that, like, I feel like they controlling me because when I don't have it,
you
like
think 3 a day?
I was like, duh, you're building tolerance. But I didn't really tell them that, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas really don't want to hear what you got to say, my nigga. If you want to go to rehab, holla at me. I'll get you in a room. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I could definitely get you. I could get niggas in bed. I know some good people. I've met some good people in the field, like me.
But that's the thing about rehab that kind of annoys me a little bit. It's one of those things, like when I've called around, it's an open door policy is what they call it. Like basically, if you just want to walk out one day, they ain't stopping you. Yeah,
they all like that though.
But I don't feel like that's right.
Some of them make you sign a 48-hour hold, and they won't give you your wallet or they won't give you your shit. until 48 hours. And I didn't see niggas walk out in the snow from the mountains, my nigga. The rehab I was in, they was like, I don't give a fuck. I am leaving this shithole. It ain't that bad, my nigga. We got hot chocolate and it's warm, baby. We good.
See, that's the shit that, because, okay. What I would imagine that happens here is that you come down from this high, which, bro, like, I'm so mad because the last time I seen this nigga, he was fucked up. Like, he was fucked up, and he tried to lie to me and tell me that he had gotten, like, a stomach virus or some shit, and it was in the middle of the winter, so I said, okay, maybe, possibly, or whatever. But then my aunt, she don't fucking tell me the other side of it, which was, a couple of days ago, I really had to go get this nigga because he was, like, slumped. So I'm like, so you knew that he's lying to me, and we had the longest conversation that I've had with this nigga in a very long time. I was up to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning talking to this nigga. And the whole thing was a fucking lie. Like, I'm so mad that the whole time you telling me it's a stomach virus, and you had me convinced. Yo, I went to the store, I bought fucking organic, all sorts of organic fruit trims. You got smoothies and and the whole time, nigga, you coming down off a high, you motherfucker. Like, I want to punch him in the face, quite honestly. But I say all that to say, like, with the come down, like, I'm assuming that at one point you get good, right? Like, once you're, like, clean again a little, you know what I'm saying, sober a little bit, like, you're like, all right, I want to stay on this path. But then at some point you have that, like you said, like, that feeling like, yo, just one.
But that's all that, to be honest, man.
I feel like that's when they're supposed to step in and say, nah, you're not leaving, because this is a part of the, you know what I'm saying, of the process. Like, you're gonna have that feeling of irritability and wanting to leave and wanting to go get high. So I feel like they should have something that be like, nah, nigga, you're not going nowhere. Like, you committed for 30 days or you stuck. Or you committed for 6 months, you committed for a year, you stuck. You're not going nowhere.
Some programs is probably like that.
Because if that is a part of the process in that regard, like, you're going to get to a point where you're going to get irritable and you're going to want to use, I feel like they have to cater to that part of the process too, because then it's like, okay, you leave, you get high, and then, okay, back to fucking square one. Like,
that's how it is.
What's the end goal though? Like, are you really trying to help people or not?
To be honest, me, that rehab shit, like, look, me, I left New York. I came here. I went to rehab 5 times. I told you, I relapsed all 5 times. I came here and I did that shit cold turkey. No rehab, no nothing. Just kicked it. No Suboxone, no methadone, nothing. I had the crazy whip. Make again see my bones was hurting. Yo, my nigga, I had like 2 seizures from the withdrawals. You have withdrawal seizures.
I was gonna say that, like, that's why they give you Suboxone, so that way it kind of weans you off of it and not going through those harsh ass withdrawals, because that's dangerous.
Yeah, but you know what it is though? Suboxone's hell of addicting. And then these niggas stop doing all that other dumb shit and they keep on abusing Suboxone. And that's just another thing that's gonna kill you. So that's why I was like, I'm good. Yo, I can't believe, well, I could believe niggas asked me that because I was out there looking like a fool. Nigga asked me, yo, what did you use to stop my brother Suboxone or methadone? I'm like, yo, bro, first of all, no disrespect to you. Fuck it. I don't like methadone. It makes people look ugly. It looks disgusting. It looks like thick Kool-Aid. Like, I'm good. It looks like flavored cum. What are you, nuts? I'm good. I did a Suboxone once or twice, and that was it. I didn't like the taste of it. I didn't like the drop on that joint, so I'm good. And I was like, yo, it's like, because pretty much I've tried to kick so many times, and I withdraw so many times. How scary this shit sounds, my nigga. I became immune to the withdrawals, my nigga.
Wow.
Like, the only ones that really fucked with me was when I couldn't sleep, and that was for a fucking month, and the seizures. I would at least have 1 seizure getting off the Xanax.
Yeah.
Getting off the... That shit was like the Exorcist coming out of you, my nigga.
Yeah.
The Exorcist, bro. That's why I feel like I was like when I be having them seizures, when I used to have the seizures, because I haven't had one in a very long time. When I used to have them shits, I used to feel like that character in Exorcist when she's fucking breaking all her bones in her body and going all crazy. Like, my lady, she probably got PTSD because of me. Ma!
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, like I used to get FaceTimed. Like, look at your cousin. Look at how he's acting. And I'm sitting here, I'm like,
have you ever like cut him off or anything? Like when you get your shit right, come holler at me. Cause sometimes you can't baby these niggas, my nigga. Like sometimes they gotta hit rock bottom in order to.
It's definitely the conversation that gets had in the family, like at least like once a month. Like my aunt, like we were having this conversation today. I said, Tia, I'm gonna have somebody on the podcast that, we're gonna talk about opioid addiction. Is there anything that, you would like for me to ask or anything like that? And her one question was like, she's like, the $1 million question, what triggers them to use? And I said, well, I think it's going to be different for everyone. But she mentions him. She's like, have you spoken to him? And I'm like, I can't just call this nigga, right? Like he's in jail. I got to wait for him to call me. First of all. But secondly, like she's always on me about, oh, you need to be there for him. You need to be there for him. You need to look for him. Like, and I said to her, I said, not for nothing, but this nigga fucking knows better. I was like, what is it that you expect me to tell him?
When I was in that zone, I didn't want to be found. My mom could be calling me. I'm good. I'm all right.
But my thing was like, what is it that you expect me to say to him that he hasn't heard before? What is it that you think I'm going to say that he doesn't know to do? You know the type of family we come from. You know right from wrong. This is not like...
He's Dominican?
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not like, yo, like, not for nothing. Like, yeah, my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? She lived in the Heights and shit like that. But we lived in Amboy. Like, to an extent, it was kind of like the fucking burbs. Yeah. My aunt is a single mom, but, you know what I'm saying? A church-going lady, fucking worked her ass off. You know what I'm saying? She's very big in real estate. Like, you had options, you have resources, you have support. You decided to take this route for whatever fucking reason. But my point is like, you fucking know better. I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand. I felt compelled to be nicer when I saw him because the nigga looked fucked up. His voice was damn near gone. I was like, all right.
How old is he?
He's 33.
He better stop playing.
He's 33.
I'm 39, my nigga. I wasted a good 12 years, man. It's not worth it.
He's lost
By the time you look,
his family. He's lost a good chunk of friends. The people that he does surround himself with, like I want to fucking wring their neck every time I even hear their name.
The only time, all I was around was people that was getting high. Whoever knew where the pills was at, that's what I wanted. All my butter niggas, I turned all of them off. They was like, yo, we'll be out here getting money. When you get your shit together, you know what I mean? Holla.
Right.
Niggas used to be scared, my nigga. Like, yo, is Loopy gonna be good?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a fear that I have for sure. It's definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, what is gonna happen here? Because there's really not a whole lot of options. Either you're gonna OD one day and that's just gonna be what it is, or you're gonna decide to turn your life around. I mean, at some point, that's literally like the options. I don't feel like sticking around if the first option happens. Like, I'm not going to be that person that held your hand to the very end. I'm sorry. Like, you know what you're doing, and I feel that. You know what you're doing. When you're ready, you know where to find me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it is. But you're not going to fucking drag me.
Sometimes when they say they ready, they be capping.
Right.
Niggas be like, yo, I'm going to clean up this, that, because I was the biggest capper in the world. Yo, I will get on Instagram live and tell niggas, yo, I got this time clean. And I was straight capping. And then I look at the pictures and the videos I was posting. I was like, yo, what the fuck was I thinking, my nigga? Even telling people that, bro. Like, it was a joke. Yeah. Like, now you could literally look at me and you could tell the difference. Like, my eyes.
Difference. Everything. A huge, you like, look healthy.
Hell yeah. So, like, if a nigga was to be like, talk some real stupid shit, some lies, I wouldn't. I'm doing so good right now that when niggas troll, I don't even I don't engage in it, and I just block it. That's how I know mentally I'm feeling better. I would go on rampages, my nigga, arguing to probably bots, my nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And anything I will let that shit offend me, and only because I was lying. I was getting high, and they was calling me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to do with the mind too, man. The mind is crazy because perks ain't like crack. You know what I'm saying? Or, well, whatever's left of the opiate, that shit is not crack. They get crack, you take that shit, you hit it, you like, I've
Right.
seen crackheads like them niggas. They get weird. They're like, oh, te quedan estoqueados.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
and there's no coming back from crack, bro. Like, and if you do come back, your shit's gonna be fried to the fricassee, your fucking brain,
Yeah.
and your lungs are gonna be fucking gone. So, like perks is more like the withdrawals. You know, you could like it's them shits. A lot of people can't even take that. That's why they don't stop. Some, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't stop, and the withdrawals on that shit. You go through that, but then you be good, and then it's the psychological part. The voices, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
How
That
do you
shit is
fix that?
crazy. Yo, you gotta move. You gotta move. I move.
He said,
Like,
you gotta
my
get
nigga,
the fuck.
yo, dude, my nigga, yo, there's nobody in front of the building. Like, there's nothing. We're not around no garbage. We're around families and just great people. And then it's like, I'm waking up to a fucking gem every day. Like, my lady is so, like, you know what I mean? She's a great mom. She's already waking up my son early. Like, if that doesn't motivate you, like,
So you need to change your environment.
yeah, bro, big time. Oh, I was telling you earlier, because I be losing. I be
you
losing
good.
myself. The counselor used to always tell me people, places, and things. And I look at her like I told you. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll be here 28 days. I figure I just got to withdraw, go through whatever. That's it. And I really thought that I could really fix myself in 28 days and go back to the Bronx. I don't even think I'm yet. Like some 911 shit. I go to the ex, yo, Titi, grandma, all right, bang, in and out. But they get to go. And it's like I don't want to go to no old neighborhoods. Like, if I ever do go back to New York, I go to a Knicks game, I go to a Yankee game, I'm going to be in the city, shit like that. I'm definitely not going back to my old neighborhood in the Bronx. That shit is all doodle sticks. There's no OGs out there. There's nobody out there leading niggas down the right path.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I'm not going to waste my time over there because I don't think niggas deserve it. We going out here, we going to be out here and do some other shit, man.
Right.
But yeah, so like, I'm good on that shit, man. Like, my whole vibe, like I said, my energy, everything's changing. Everything is more of a reason to live. Like, the kids, the lady. You know, even though like I find myself on the phone a lot, whether it's on emails or DMs, you know, getting on little shows and doing what I got to do to survive, and then working, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like I be on the phone a lot, and that should be having me, like, my wife's like, nigga, you have to pay for your kids' attention, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, yo, you're right, mommy, you're right. But I just feel like I like I wasted so many years, like, being a knucklehead, that I'm just like, and it's not even trying to catch up. It's just like, email wise, like, even with my motherfucking, with my rideshare apps, with my fucking Amazon Flex, like, I just be going crazy, nigga, looking for where the chicken at, nigga. So it's like, I feel like I'm possessed in a right way, and I feel like I feel her, you know what I'm saying? Because she knows. When she speaks, I listen.
Did you ever feel like you were gonna lose your family if you ain't stopped? Like, did that play into it?
I lost them.
I lost them. Yeah?
Yeah, my wife went to Florida a couple of times.
Oh, she was like, I'm not putting up with this.
Yeah. She left a couple of times because we were supposed to be moved to Florida. So she left ahead, and I had like 2-3 parties, like my birthday weekend, and I was supposed to collect some chicken and just go out there, and we was gonna get a crib. And I did the total opposite. I fucking partied, did fucking perks, just perks, mad perks, you know, smoked my weed. I was probably drinking wild liquor excessively, you feel me? Because there be times now that me and my wife, we have our little shots in the crib. I feel like we're like a little Dominican couple. We have our little shots in the crib, like mad J, like nothing crazy. And we don't overdo it.
Right.
Like, it's like we go to sleep mad, tipsy, happy, you know what I'm saying? Whenever it's done. But it's not some shit that we drag in 7 days a week. Right. And niggas out here twisting, the kids is fucking raging. None of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that bullshit. Like, nigga, I don't have to drink. Like, that was not, that liquor and marijuana was not my issue. Right. I like my marijuana more than anything. Pa cagar, I need to smoke. Like, I need to smoke. White people, black people, the corporate people, they love their coffee in the fucking morning. I get it. I do too. But I'm in the fucking ashtray looking for a nice roach just to get my buzz so I can go to Dunkin' Donuts. It's not like Dunkin' Donuts and weed. I love it.
I don't like Dunkin' Donuts. I'm a Starbucks girl. They gentrified
I
me.
get it. They like... I haven't found my niche in there yet.
Yo, you got to try a cafe latte with half and half. It's the closest thing you're going to get to a café con leche. Because Dunkin' Donuts it tastes like fucking dirty water. Like,
I believe you. I believe that. I believe that shit.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're in a positive direction, and that's powerful that you're saying that it took you moving and changing your environment.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Because so many times, like my cousin's like, yo, I'm gonna move to Florida. Then he's like, nah, I'm gonna just stick around, because I could do this out here, I could do that out here. Like he lies to himself that he can still stay there but be clean. And I'm like, nah, that's not possible.
There's no way in hell. No way in hell. And look, because I'm not gonna tell you, like, I'm not gonna lie, right? Like I could have got clean in the Bronx, but it's all the damage we did that when you out there walking around, you feel like everybody's already judging you. So you use that. I'm telling you, the mind is so fucked up. The mind will be telling you this. And them niggas probably ain't even talking about you, but everybody talks shit in the Bronx.
Nah, niggas is definitely talking. Like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Otra vez. Man, look, he's sweating again. You know what I'm saying? So niggas be talking shit, and that shit drives a person crazy when they're not mentally stable, none of that shit, yo. And they trying to really do good, and you just feel like people are already counting you out. People will use any excuse to fucking use, my nigga. Nigga, I used to open my eyes. I had 2 M30s in every pair of sneakers I own, nigga. For when I wake up in the morning, I could just rip the sock under, pop my 2 pills, and go right back to bed. If not, I woke up. You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely throw 2 M30 just to start the day. I was a fucking animal, bro.
That shit is fucking crazy.
I was vicious, my nigga. I was down probably to like 120, bro. I was bad. 120, 125, 130. I was bad.
That shit is crazy. So you don't currently I tell everybody to go to therapy. Like, I love my therapist. I be going to therapy and just venting my ass off in there. Like, you don't go to therapy or anything to help your mental?
Nah. I feel like Instagram Live is therapy for me, Yo, I swear to God. I feel like that shit is like my therapy. I don't really go on there like that, you know what I'm saying, the way I should. But hopefully I get this campaign going, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to see soon. I don't really want to talk about a lot of shit.
Yeah, no, you good.
Until everything is finalized.
Right.
But I definitely got some shit coming. You know what I'm saying?
What's up.
Some pretty dope shit. So I can't wait.
You have goals. I love it. Because a lot of people, like you said, like they kind of don't know. Like the nigga's been living this way for like well over a decade, right? So I say the same thing to him too, and the same thing to my aunt. She's like, 30 days or this, that, the third. I was like, bro, this nigga's been living like this for a good, cool 15 years. You think 30 days is going to change 15 years worth of fucking habit?
Definitely not. Too much damage, trauma damage, and we men. But when you get in them rooms, you become real vulnerable, nigga, because y'all all the same, nigga, with issues. Has he ever been to rehab?
The nigga, once a quarter, like that nigga stays in fucking rehab and still comes back out on some fuck shit. And I'm like, nah,
well, where's he go to rehab at?
Well, he's gone to different rehabs. Currently, the rehab he's in right now is the federal prison. But he's done rehabs in different locations. I think the last one was in Atlantic City. The last place he was at.
Okay.
But I mean, I personally don't believe in 30 days. I don't think 60, 90 days. I feel like minimum is a year for him. I feel like that's a good starting point.
But the shit is, right? You know what? It's like, okay, nigga, he could do 3 years in there. The shit is, where's he gonna go? Because all we know is just getting high, bro.
But
like,
that's
I'm telling you, I was Jay-Z in rehab. I was good. Like, I didn't think about it. Nothing. my shit was once I took in that Bronx air, like, oh, it's on, nigga.
Yeah.
Who got him? It's like, I swear to God, that fucking Bronx air is like, who got him?
Bro, this shit is wicked.
It's just your people that you have around you. I had a bunch of garbage around me, bro. A bunch of losers, my nigga. That was living for nothing, bro. Like, just, and I was on it the same way. When I'm not that type of person, man. We could achieve so much more just being live.
But my thing is too, right? Like,
even if it's for the kids.
Right. Even for the kids. But even with your environment, like, I also feel like it comes with also making that decision I'm not going to use. Because let's say, like you said, where you going to go? The nigga could go anywhere. Like, that's my aunt's only child. Whatever he wants, if that's what's going to make him happy and make him stop, oh, she's all for it. So let's say if he decided to be like, okay, I come out, I'm going to move to Florida.
She sounds like an enabler. I ain't gonna lie.
She is an enabler, though. She is an enabler. I told her that, and she gets mad at me when I mention shit like that. But I told her because, and this is why I'm saying, like, niggas need therapy.
Reach out to Vice.
Reach out to Vice.
Yeah, reach out to them intervention niggas, man. She sounds like she needs some therapy too. Like,
oh no, she definitely needs therapy. I tell her that all the time because
lady.
I feel like part of her issues, and this is why I asked you initially too, like how your family and friends kind of take things in. Like, she definitely feels like she's very alert when he's around. You know what I'm saying? Because she doesn't know if he's good, if he's gonna fuck up somehow. Like, we don't know what's happening, so we gotta always be on alert. But not only that, like, I tell her she should go to therapy because she's a single mom, only child. She busted her ass to get, you know what I'm saying, get what she has. He definitely has options. Like, this has nothing, like, the nigga wasn't a drug dealer because we needed bread. That was, like, you just went out there because you thought the shit was cool. It wasn't because of a necessity. So, okay, for her.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Why you calling me? Huh? Huh?
No, you good. So for her, she always is trying to pass the blame on somebody else. Like, why her son is like this. And I was like, my nigga, you know your son is 33 years old, right? Like, this nigga has a fucking a choice in this. Like, you could sit here, you could blame everybody else, but
we the ones that did it at the end of the day, the choice. Like you said.
So for me, I feel like that's why she needs therapy, because she needs to let that go, that feeling of this is like somebody did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to let that go. Like, this nigga very much did this shit to himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah. A gun to his head or ejected it to him or nothing. Absolutely.
But I know that at the end of the day, like, as much of an enabler she is, if he wanted that support, like, I want to move, she's gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna accommodate it because that's what she lives for at the end of the day. Like, that's the most heartbreaking part. Like, I don't know how your parents, you know what I'm saying, took seeing you, like, in those conditions, but I know that she will never be the same. Like, she mentally, she's in her own little world too, because she just simply can't accept the fact that, like, this is what her son grew up to be.
Yeah, my family was hurt. My sisters, they was definitely hurt. So I already know she's fucking, she's definitely hurt. That shit is heartbreaking. See loved ones like that.
Yeah. But she's still, you know, I'm sure she's still, you know what I'm saying, around and talks to you, like your parents and stuff like that, right?
Who that?
Your parents. Like, they're still around and, you know what I'm saying?
Like my mom's, yeah, hell yeah. Me and my mom's is cool. My pops, that nigga don't, like, he in DR, he's happy, but he probably
he's in DR.
Yeah, so I don't think he even got to know the extent of it. So I don't think.
Do you think your mom, like, feels like even though you're doing good, like she still has that fear, like your lady has, like, you know, something. I hope nothing changes.
Absolutely. I was trying to come to New York for Mother's Day. She's in Jersey though, my mom. I was gonna go. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go see Grandma for Mother's Day for Mother's Day. She was like, no.
She don't want you nowhere up there.
Pero I thought I send it. She didn't want me out there. She's like, you're doing good. I don't want to see you here. But she's going to be tight. If the Yankees go to the World Series, I'm going to be out there. The fuck? Like,
yo, you really enjoy baseball. Let me tell you something. I used to enjoy it once upon a time. That shit goes on all day.
And this weather's crazy right now. Like, I feel bad for the people sitting in ballparks right now. I was doing that shit probably like, I think a year and a half ago, maybe last year before I came to Florida. I was going to a lot of games early in the year. Bruh, nigga, it was so hot in there. The pitcher from the Anaheim Angels started throwing up.
Oh my God.
Because I was probably on a couple of blues. And we snuck Henny into the stadium. Yo, dude, I was in there like this. Yo, and I looked to my right, my boy's like, yo, it's good. You all right, my nigga? You don't fucking know. He's a mess, but I'm there crucified. You got to be a real champ to. That's why I like winter baseball, like for the playoffs.
Yeah,
I watch that in the summer. I watch in the comfort of my fucking crib,
right,
with the AC, and then we come out for the playoffs.
There you go. And you know that they be doing spring training out here in Orlando. They always go to the Disney Wide World of Sports.
Who trains in Orlando?
I think it's the Braves, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. They be here in March because they be booking houses out in Reunion Resort. That's how I know about it. So yeah, in March those houses tend to get booked up because it's only, I think it's a 10-minute ride to Disney World. So the Braves be training out here. ¿Qué pasó?
You be fucking with the real estate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been in real estate for close to 20 years now, thanks to my aunt. That lady put me on. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, this nigga really didn't have to do like most of the shit he's done. I'm just like, wow.
Damn. Hopefully he'll wake up though, man.
So nothing we can do. He just got to hit rock bottom and make a decision, and then we just support him from there.
Absolutely, man.
Any last words of advice for anyone that is currently battling opioids? Any words to the family members and friends that may know somebody?
Man, to be honest, man, like, never give up. Never give up on yourself. Even when you feel that you don't have nobody, I promise you, there's 10 motherfuckers hiding in the bushes waiting for you just to make that to take the first step. That's what a lot of motherfuckers want. Take the first step. Show me, nigga. Show me you want it. Nigga, the way motherfuckers be out here so quick to submit to God and be like, hallelujah, nigga, submit, nigga, to your fucking self in the mirror or to whoever the fuck you tired of, and tell them, yo, take me and put me in a box. I need to go. I need to get my mind right, get clear. It's hard, DK. Yo, everybody thinks, DK, 28 days is going to fix it.
Right.
It's not, you know what I'm saying? And just never give up, yo. And you know what? 28 days might fix somebody. You never know. Everybody's wired different.
Right.
But no matter how many times you fall, just keep getting up. Some people will be there. Others will leave. But fuck it. As long as you got your health, man, just be all right, man.
I feel like at the end of the day, the right people will still be around. The ones that are meant to be there are going to be there. The ones that left, like, bro, good riddance.
Didn't I tell you that earlier? I'm like, yo, they was definitely there when I needed them. Like, no questions asked. Like, niggas looking at my, because I got, like the little 4 or 5 friends that I do have, them niggas like my brothers. These are not no niggas. These ain't no Twitter niggas. These is my blood niggas from the mud. You feel me? Real wavy, a couple of Spanish ones and a couple of Morenos. And we so, like, we all right, man. You're embarrassing this kid. You're fucking embarrassing us.
Man.
Look, with those words, yo, don't give up, man. I'm telling you, I'm living proof, baby. Look, and I probably ain't got the best fucking forehead. You know what I'm saying? Look,
let me tell you something. You have no idea, like how you've made my night. You've made like this is. Oh, I appreciate you so much for this episode. Like this one was special, and
person.
It's good to see you and you alive and you kicking and you still have, you know what I'm saying, like your personality, everything intact. You look great. You look healthy. Like I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And I look forward to everything that you still have to offer because, like you said, it's not over.
Chapter 2.
Yeah, that's it. It's just the reloaded. That's it.
Back.
For those of my audience that maybe do not know who you are, tell them where they can find you, like your social medias.
Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and it's everything all the same. TMZ Loopy. No relation to TMZ, but I always got cheap this.
Right.
So I'm like,
and what are scams?
Yeah, I be having the latest. Sometimes I'll run into something real good that's like when that dude Alex got caught in the van in the Jeep with Kuka.
Yo,
got that shit from my Dominican niggas on the WhatsApp. They sent it to me bad quick. So I put that shit on the gram, my nigga.
Nigga, that was a fucking day.
Yeah, my shit was buzzing, my nigga. Cause man, niggas, like I got deleted a couple of times. So a lot of niggas wasn't following me and that shit just started circulating. They was like, damn, this nigga Loopy, he got his hands on the video. It was over, bro.
Nigga, and then Kuka was hosting fucking club night. It was a ghetto love story.
Yeah, ghetto love story. in Target, the guy and the wife.
Yo, I don't know that. That's a deal breaker for me, dog. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. My man get caught up with oof.
He's up.
Like, listen, that's a shit that you into that I don't like that. So I'm gonna leave you to your vices and whatnot. ¿Qué se va a hacer? And he looked pretty fucked up too at 2:00 in the afternoon to have all that shit going on. Like, come on, man.
Oh, they were getting lusty in there. They was getting zesty.
In front of the crib. Nah, yo. And then they wonder why bitches lose their minds. It's because of shit like that.
Yo, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people in New York City having sex in their cars. You know what the fuck it looks like in the fucking motel rooms trying to get a fucking room after the club drunk with your fucking whore? It's not gonna happen. Fucking in parking spots, my nigga. Like, fuck it, letting it go.
Yo.
Niggas is letting it go. I've been there a couple of times. But look, yo, I had the RX. My shit was fire. 2021, when it first came out, I was having a field day in there.
Oh my God.
Well, matter of fact, I think it was a 20 or 20. I don't know. It was black, but I was having a field day while I had it. So, pretty tough trying to get a room. But with that, signing off, I love y'all, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And
my neighbors think I'm probably doing fucking terror acts over here.
I'm screaming, yo.
Yo, this nigga got a Goya can on him. He pulled out the Goya.
Run for cover.
That was my trap out right there. Nah, but you already know, man. Like I said, thanks for having me. I appreciate y'all, man. And I'm here.
Thank you. We'll keep in touch.
Oh, absolutely. Stay blessed, guys. I appreciate y'all.
You too. Have a good night, love. God bless.
Come on.
Okay, guys, we are going to wrap this up. This was a great... I'm so happy. Like, y'all don't even know how happy I am about this episode. Thank you so much for Loopy coming on the show. You guys already know where to find me. The Posh Sessions on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Tell a friend to subscribe, rate, and share my podcast. And yeah, Until next time, guys. Peace.